All right, here we are, Triple B Movie Reviews. Jake with the Ed with our
Beards.
beer and B movies. Today we've got, I wouldn't say it's a great one. It's one that I watched and I enjoyed, so I, of course, submitted it to his torture form. And it's BoneJangles.
BoneJangles.
This movie is one of those that is just a half a step above a guy with a camera. So it's like
It might be
better two steps.
Two steps.
It's a little bit above Bigfoot versus zombies for production value.
Well, yeah, probably.
It's not hard, yeah.
Production value and costuming and stuff.
But, you know, it's one of those where, like, if the Ed and I were sitting around coming up with an idea, this would be one of those that we'd fall into. BoneJangles is a serial killer that gets caught at the beginning of the movie. But, of course, you don't see him get caught. You see the two cops who are just terrible cops. I mean, they're just, one guy is just a wuss. And, I mean, first off, one of the characters has long hair and a beard. Does not look like a police officer in any way, shape, or form.
And no doubt isn't. You know?
And they're getting just shit talked on them by the woman cop that ends up, you know. So anyways, they end up finding out that BoneJangles kills pretty much all of the police department in this raid, which is humorous in itself because there's like 7 of them total. For the whole police force, there's 7 of them total. And he gets captured, and they've got to take BoneJangles. The next scene, you've got him, the 2 guys, the girl, and, just homosexual, really, to be honest. There's no way to describe it other than that. And they don't try to hide it either. I mean, they play that off in the movie some hard. But they've got to take him to the main character's hometown, where you find out later on that every year on the same time,
the same date,
these zombies come out, that are possessed by this succubus. So as they're going to meet the other police department, of course, these zombies come out and everybody dies, and they end up where the girl and the 2 guys end up going across to the high school. The town hides in this high school, and you find out that his love interest is getting married to the guy that ruined his graduation. And throughout, you find the storyline that the succubus is sucking power off, and then BoneJangles gets released so that he can go kill the succubus, and it ends up, they win to get the day, but it's B. It's almost C. It's so B. It's bad.
Yeah.
I loved it.
You loved it.
I loved it. So,
Now, this is uncharacteristic for me, but usually I don't. I think I said something like this in the last video. Usually I kind of get wrapped up in them or not, and I don't really notice all the little things that might be inaccuracies. But I thought it was interesting that BoneJangles, they mentioned that he was impervious to knives and guns. No explanation.
Yep.
We got no reason why this is. It's just a matter-of-fact thing they point out. And then he's got this like mask on.
Is it, or was it like part of his face? I
got the impression it's makeup anyway. But
yes,
I got the impression it was like a mask or kind of an outfit, and they were allowing him in police custody to wear this. So,
yes, it was loose with the plot lines. And continuity.
Yeah. Well, it was different. It was different.
Did you have a favorite part?
Well, I thought it was kind of interesting when he made the first kill, BoneJangles, and then you see him leaning over the victim, and he comes out with a bone, puts it in his little pouch, and then
oddly enough, I think it's the only time in the movie you see him pull out a bone.
No, he did it twice. If I'm not mistaken, he did it once toward the end too. But
yes.
But that was kind of cute and interesting, and the love interest thing was kind of cute and interesting.
Between who? Because there was like several
in the gymnasium.
The guy that kept the redneck that was screwing with him all the time.
So I didn't love it. I watched it and it was kind of okay. I didn't love it.
Was there a part that you disliked?
Well, at times I get tired of zombies. It seems like every movie nowadays is zombies. Yeah. We used to get like the Blob, and there's more of a variety of bad guys.
Always partial to werewolves.
Now it seems like every movie they've put out in the last 20 years is zombies, and while zombies are all right,
although I do want to mention that
give me a little variety.
This is video number 18, and the last two videos, both of us picked a zombie movie.
Well, I mean, there's not much more to pick from.
No.
There's not a whole lot of other stuff out there. Things like Ghost from the Machine and so forth are pretty rare.
Bad taste, yeah.
So,
well,
but other than that, it was not a bad movie.
I enjoyed it, but I'll be honest with you, it's one of those things where it just caught me at the moment. Like I always go off of what would I do if I was watching TV late at night and I flipped through and saw it. Would I watch it? Probably not.
I'd watch it one more time.
However, no, I'm just saying if you were watching TV and you flipped to it, you didn't know what it was, you just pulled it up and there it is. Would a specific scene catch your attention? In general, and this probably wouldn't. And now that I've seen it, I'd watch it because I'd recognize the scene.
Probably if you saw the title and the stuff that's playing or going to play, you might say, "Oh, well, okay." Read the description. Okay.
There's a channel on my guide that always just when you pulled up, it says movie. It never tells you what the movie is. And if I pulled up that, because every once in a while I'll put it on there just to see what's going on.
For shits and giggles,
If I pulled that up and it was this one and I didn't know what it was, I don't know that it'd have to be one of the good parts. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed there's a part of the movie that goes throughout where BoneJangles will have flashbacks of his dad, who was this, obviously a criminal. But he tells him, don't let women play with your wee winky because it'll steal your essence. And at the end, the succubus is who gets her powers from sexually, pleasing her victims. He remembers that and kills her while he's, don't play with my wee winky. I thought that was pretty funny. And then the little guy that she's been sucking power off of for years, because the second supporting actor ends up getting grabbed by her.
Right.
And he's laying in bed trying to figure out what's going on. And this little guy who's obviously kind of a Gollum type character.
Yeah, at this point, he's pretty much used up.
Don't do that, and he's like sitting there pondering, intercourse with this attractive woman or worrying about, and of course he goes with the succubus.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I thought that was entertaining.
And who wouldn't? I mean, really.
The obvious, minus on this one's with any kind of campy B horror movie is that the production value and acting is horrible. It is a guilty pleasure from beginning to end. It's just bad. What do you give for a grade?
I'm going to give it a 2. This is another 2. It was unique, and yeah, it kept your attention through. It wasn't time wasted.
I think I would go with the 2 as well. Again, this is one of those where if you're looking for a B movie and you find it, it'll satisfy that itch.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a good movie and you find it 2 minutes,
you might
30 seconds to a minute into it, you're flipping.
Yeah, there's no hints of greatness there. It was okay and it was entertaining, but there's no hints of greatness, folks.
Right. So, brings us to the question of the day.
Uh-oh. Damn it.
What is your most underappreciated B movie that you think everyone should see? That if you haven't,
Bigfoot versus zombies,
Jesus.
folks.
Oh Lord!
I really like that movie, and I'm not 100% sure why, but I just really like it.
Doesn't that kind of fall into like when
And
you...
so when I get to answer a question like this, you see, it does two great things for me. First of all, you know, I do like it, and I think people should watch it. But secondly, it always gets a rise out of him. Every time I bring up Bigfoot versus zombies, he just,
horrible.
My God.
I don't, like, you know, it's like when you go out to dinner with your wife and you go, what restaurant do you want to eat? And she goes, oh, restaurant X. And you just think to yourself, we've never had a good meal there. Why do we keep going back? It's like that, you know? I mean, like, this is a movie that if Mystery Theater, like if we did a Mystery Theater 3000 kind of thing.
Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah. Or we put it on and we're talking back and, you know, there'd be so much material to use as not even fun. I mean,
what are you talking about?
The guy with the mask that's sideways,
perfect
pulling out the red rag instead of guts.
Yeah, but see, you know, I look at that stuff as, you know, they didn't have the budget. They didn't have the stuff to do. They still managed to put out the story. And, you know, while the rags were terrible for a special effect, you knew what they were trying to do. And at least they did get that movie made.
Oh, that's horrible. That's just terrible.
And it had enough good parts in it that it was worth it.
Oh my God. I'm going to go with Dead Alive for the ones we've reviewed that I think everybody should watch.
You're kind of a big budget snob, I think.
You think that was a big budget?
It had to be.
For Dead Alive?
Oh, look at
you know that 90% of their budget went into the lawnmower scene.
Well, it could have been.
Did you see the Sumatran devil monkey rat thing?
They spent some time there.
Oh my. So anyways, please like, subscribe, share the video, and as always, leave comments with questions or comments on what you think we should watch for videos, movies, and such. We do have a Facebook group page we'd love you to go and see. Usually have things throughout the week, although I will be honest, we took off most of December, you know, because A, we're lazy.
Yeah.
B, we have families, you know. So The Ed is getting ready to fire his videos up for gardening and cooking and such. We are getting ready to, in the next, probably this month, pop a couple extra videos in where we do some video reviews of children, you know, his grandchildren, my children. I think we're thinking Hogfather is the one that we were talking about doing.
You know, we should have done that before Christmas.
Yes.
We really should have.
Nightmare Before Christmas is another one we could have done before Christmas. Corey likes it.
Miserable stuff.
So, do you have anything for him?
Well, sure. You know, if you can't be a redneck, sponsor one. You know? We take checks.
You guys have a nice night.